Hello, survivors. No contact. I made it one more day. I got one day under my belt. It makes me stronger. I lived another day without him. I'm learning to live without contact with him. And even though there's, like in my head, I cannot stand everything he did to me, it's weird, right? That you still miss the person that you thought they were, especially if they were a covert narcissist. I had dated some other types of narcissists before this last one, and they were like openly mean to me and critical. So those overt narcissists were so much easier for me to break up with, or if they, when that was over, I was like, okay, like I do not like being disrespected. So this one that I was with for 4 years was a covert narcissist. Oh, and the irony, the irony of this man. So, my painting in the back, The Kiss by Gustav Klimt, my favorite painting by him. That would be pretty ironic for a narcissist to have in their house, correct? So my ex-narc, if he had something like that in his house, that would be irony at its best, because he's never, ever going to treat a woman the way that man is treating a woman in that painting. But let me tell you what was just really shocking for me with him. The irony, the paradox. So he had been married twice. The first time he'd been married he dated for like a year, and they were married for like 2 years. So I was actually with him longer than he was with his first wife. Pretty crazy. His second wife, I think they were together for 5 years, and they had 2 kids together. But his second wife was a narcissist, all malignant, all day long. And I've met her, and I know her, followed some things on her social media at one point just to kind of get a grasp. Oh yeah, she was a malignant narcissist all day long, and she used him like a dirty whatever. She used him. He did well financially, so that was probably her big draw, and he's a good looking guy, so that was probably her big draw. But she, just like narcissists can't be happy with attention from just one person. They grow bored, even if that person is everything that they thought they could ever want. Once they realize that that person has some flaws, or they're human, or they're not going to cater to them every single second of the day, they start to lose interest. No one person can fill that void for them that they carry with them at all times. So she had to have attention elsewhere. And she was staying home with their kids, babies. And she was contacting all kinds of men, went out had an affair, would leave her kids with just like whoever, just so she could go have an affair with, and we're talking like gross. She was kind of attracted to like that whole biker kind of guy. Anyway, sorry if you're into that, but anyway, so her husband was a professional, and so she was going out with like the opposite. So he would tell me about how he felt so used, taken advantage of, that it was so hurtful. And he knew that all this happened because when she got a new phone, he had everything retrieved from her old phone. So he knew, like, as soon as he walked out the door to go to work, she was texting other men. And then he had a private investigator follow her. And so there's video recording of her when she cheated with like this trailer park dude. So he was just devastated. His mom told me that he was just, so angry, so devastated. And he would tell me about that. And oh my gosh, the story about that. How many times did I have to hear how he felt taken advantage of, and she just used him, that she never loved him. So during that time, he's cheating on me. I mean, we're not married, but we were together for 4 years. He was only with his wife for 5 years. So the stuff that he's saying that he can't stand about her, he's doing to me. The cognitive dissonance, meaning that they can't see what's actually going on in front of them, what they think they believe in, it's like the opposite. The cognitive dissonance is just crazy. So he would tell me that, and he would say, and I would be like, I will never cheat on you. I would reassure him, because he would tell me, he was like, it's really hard for me to commit, because just going through that again, I just don't know if I can go through that, marriage. That was so hard on me. And that relationship, it just makes me want to withdraw, because I could tell he wasn't always, he wasn't as into the relationship as I was. And he would tell me it was because of that. But I would say, I will never cheat on you. I would try to reassure him, make him feel better. And then he would tell me too, or sometimes I would like pat him and say, and I know you would never cheat on me. Because he would always talk about growing old with me. He wanted to be with me. So I felt safe in that relationship. I never thought he would cheat on me. He would talk about his ex-wife, that she was a liar, and that she, by her example, would teach their kids to lie. And meanwhile, he's lying to me about damn near everything. In the last year we were together, he told me he was going to a kickboxing class on Wednesday nights. And it was actually the night he would meet up with her. And he would always text me and say, oh, I'm going into my kickboxing class. I'll talk to you later. I love you. So he would say, oh, my ex-wife, I can't stand her. She teaches our kids to lie. He doesn't see it the way he's lying to me. Somehow he excuses himself. And even before I knew about all the cheating and we had talked about breaking up, he told me, we're both good people. It just didn't work out. He said that several times. We're both good people. You can't make this stuff up. The irony, they do not have a grasp of who they are at all. That's why they don't feel guilty. They don't have a conscience, because they don't even have a grasp that they are lying. They are manipulating. They are hurting who they're with. The same way, if it ever happened to them, they are the same. He is the same exact thing that he claims to hate. So, the irony, just like if they had that picture hanging up in their house. Anyway, this is real stuff, and proud of you if you made it through another day of no contact. I'm proud of myself. I made it through a day of no contact, and I'm proud I don't want to see that mofo. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.